JBuilder Team Insight is a complete developer tooling solution for source code management, bug tracking, requirements management, project planning and tracking, and continuous integration builds. This is all based on what we consider best-of-breed open source tools that we've assembled into a unified stack. In JBuilder 2007, we support a single flavor of that stack. Throughout the year, we'll be adding in both commercial and open source components for other flavors of source code management and bug tracking, etc. components that, and you'll be able to actually mix and match and choose the configuration that you think is best for you. What we've done with Team Insight and Project Assist is first to remove the barrier to adoption. When the JBuilder team started development on this release of JBuilder, Michael had alluded to this earlier, we started with a clean sheet of paper in terms of the tools that we were going to use. We didn't have any presumptions. We're starting from a clean code base. We wanted to make sure that we had tools that we were happy with, that we felt were popular with our customers, so that we could have good solutions built into the product for them. So as we looked at this, we chose Subversion for bug tracking. We chose Subversion for source code management, Bugzilla for bug tracking and change requests. We chose Continuum for continuous integration builds, XPlanner for project planning, project tracking, and requirements management. And as we started to adopt each of these tools, the time that it took to install the tool, install the prerequisites for the tool, add the users, provision projects onto the tool, and sort out configuration problems, it just takes time. And that was a barrier to adoption, is a barrier to adoption for a lot of folks. Having then installed and configured all of these tools, we had a whole suite of different tools, each of which was very good at what they did, but didn't really have any understanding of the others and didn't provide the development team a way to see the big picture, to understand where their project was and where it was going. You would have to go and look in a number of places, and this is actually kind of the standard in the ALM space, in the ALM market today. You can buy, even with commercial tools, when you buy a complete integrated stack, it still is a lot of separate tools, and we wanted to go to the core of that problem. To remove the barrier to adoption, we give you one-click install and deployment, one-click provisioning. So in about 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on your disk speed, you can install a complete tool stack for the team. All of the developers are up and running. They receive an email with their login credentials, and the email includes a configuration file, which when they pull into Eclipse, pre-configures the IDE to be able to pull source code, look at change requests, have an integrated view built on top of Eclipse Mylar to look at bugs and tasks, project tasks, code to-dos, and also user stories, all in an integrated way. We have the same ALM integrations that we've had in the past for StarTeam and Calibre and ClearCase and ClearQuest, but with Team Insight we give you a unified view of those. You have only one place to go to look and understand your responsibilities on the project. We also took the Eclipse ECF project and extended that to provide virtual peer communication without the need for a centralized server to support chat. And you can use this to facilitate remote code reviews with the Jupyter plugin, and it really enhances agile development. So we'll actually look at live examples of this later today to configure and install a complete developer stack. You do this right within the Eclipse IDE. You create a new Project Assist project. It shows here what the different components of the stack are. For each of these components, you can choose to either install them clean, or if you've already adopted Subversion, for example, you can just refer to an existing location, and we'll just point to that location and integrate it into our complete Team Assist deployment. After the installation is completed, for each project that you provision onto the system, we provide a web portal for the team. From this portal, they can get an overview of the health of their project. We have a quick view of bug statistics, so we show tables here of the most important, newest, and most severe bugs, and then graphs of priority, graphs of bugs by priority and assigning, and we've actually added, since this screenshot, a trend graph of find and fix rates over the life of the project. We have a view of key source code metrics, so we actually have a window into the Subversion server, and you can see who's checking in files, what the check-in comments are, what the rate of change around source code is, if things have been changed frequently, so most volatile files, those sorts of things. Through XPlanner, we support defining requirements in terms of user stories, so just a sort of natural language description of what the functionality is that you want to build, that can then be decomposed into actual tasks that you have to go do to make that functionality happen. And that allows us to provide a burn-down chart that shows the team's rate of progress, or their velocity, in terms of delivering a set of features that they've agreed to build. So in this particular example, and we've actually found through our own work that this is actually a pretty typical startup ramp. If you see here at the very beginning, the team starts this development cycle, and they have an initial estimate of how long this is going to take. And within the first few days to a week, as they do more research and more detailed planning around the features and start to build them, the estimate usually goes up a little bit, and then throughout the development cycle it trends down toward a completion point. We also have a list of the features actively being developed and individual status on each of those. We have a window into the build server here that shows all of the builds that are scheduled. When you create a project through Team Assist, we provision it onto the system. We create the complete Maven 2 POM file, hierarchical POM file actually, that will manage the project, and we set up continuous integration builds. So every time you check source code into Subversion, a continuous integration build is fired. The build happens, your unit tests are run. As part of that, we also run some code audits and metrics, and then we collect those results and present them on the same portal page. And then we also aggregate those over time with the help of a tool called QA Lab from Object Lab, and we found that very useful. It's good to know that today all of my unit tests passed, but it's even more interesting, I think, to know over the life of the project my unit tests have consistently passed, or my rate of code coverage on my unit tests has increased rather than decreased. We have a portlet for managing documents relative to this particular project, and we've also added, since this screenshot, project health metrics, trend analysis, and more. We'll actually look at this live this afternoon.